So it is now time for us to have a conversation with Mr. Damion Rose. Good afternoon, Mr. Rose.
Good afternoon, Miss Kelly.
Now I know you're hearing me. All right, wonderful. So how are you this morning, afternoon?
I am doing very, very well. It's my pleasure. I've been listening to you for years. Though finally, I am now speaking to you.
Well, thank you very much for listening over the years, and it is my pleasure now to be finally speaking to you. So,
All right.
you have an exciting journey, and we want to take it from the very top. So, I
Right.
describe you as someone who has lost his sight but not his vision. And
Definitely.
it is very clear. All right, so just set the stage for us and let us know how you lost your vision in just few words.
All right. So I was born with glaucoma, but my parents didn't know. And at age 2, they realized something that I would be looking at them, but my eyes would be rolling all over the place. So I wasn't steadily looking at them, right? So they took me to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, spoke to a doctor there, and he said, "Yes, man, I can fix it." He went in, operated on both eyes. When I came out, I was totally blind.
Oh my
Now,
goodness.
yes, when I came to the school for the blind, and I went to the university hospital to do my checkup, and my mother explained what had happened um, to me. The doctors, they were livid because they were saying that all I needed was an injection to steady the eye nerves,
Oh my
and
goodness.
I would, with treatment, I would be able to see.
And of course, no, you didn't sue. Your parents didn't sue.
No, you don't know country people stay,
Yeah,
man. We are living to
yeah.
God.
Yeah, no, I know exactly. Look here now. I know exactly what they mean. And sometimes it might seem as though you're giving up on your right, but sometimes it is better to just peace, please.
Yes, man. Yes,
Yes.
man. Definitely.
Yes. So I kind of understand that. Anyway, so you got a chance to go through high school.
Definitely.
What was that like? Which high school was that?
The great, great Calabar. Big up all the green and black.
Yeah. Who inside you go Calabar? You go Calabar? No, nobody inside you go Calabar. So nobody agrees. Say it's so great. But
Well, Calabaris who make Jamaica what we are, We gave you the flag, we gave you the anthems and the pledge.
all
So
right, all right. I see that you're a loyal student. All right, so you got a chance to go to Calabar. What was that like?
it was different because before that, the only school I went to before that was the Salvation Army School for the Blind. And sometimes we had up to 8 or 9 students in a class. So when I went to Calabar with 35, 40 boys in a class, you know how that go.
Yes, not accustomed to that at all.
Not accustomed, because the teacher can't spend no time with you.
Yeah, and you
So,
need the time.
and I need the time. So what I had to do was to find some good friends.
Wow.
And I definitely did. And while the teacher was writing, they would read the blackboard for me.
Oh my
I would be
goodness.
brailing on my brailler, and they would be writing. And sometimes we'll be having races to see who would finish first. But I would always finish first because they didn't know that in writing braille, we have contractions. So some of the words we could shorten.
Do you remember any of those boys who used to do that for you?
Yes, I definitely do.
Call some
One of
name.
my one of my friends, I am still linked up with one of them, Mr. Kamali Miller. We call him Bob. He may be listening right about now. Yeah,
Okay.
man, but he was one of the first persons that read for me in class.
God bless you, Bob. All right. So you left school now and you had your friends at Calabar who were helping you. And then you're going to face another dose of reality now when you're looking for a job. What was that like?
That was a struggle because, Mama, let's face it, as a blind person in Jamaica, persons persons believe that once you're blind, everything else shut off,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it takes you have to tear down a brick wall, and even when you tear down the brick wall, it's like they still don't believe that you can function.
Yeah.
So it was a really a challenge explain. I remember the first time I went to look at job and the person said to me, so how you have a function on the computer? And I was explaining to them that we have our screen readers that we can use to navigate and read whatever is sent to us. And they still they were still not convinced. So it was a really, really hard task convincing persons.
So what was your first job that you got?
I got my first job 4 years ago.
You
And I
serious?
still have that job, and it's at the Jamaica Society for the Blind.
Mm-hmm.
I am the receptionist
Mm-hmm.
and the audio editor here at the
What
Jamaica
an
Society
audio
for the Blind.
editor does?
Okay, so for in our case, we have different features that we put up on our YouTube channel. And one of the main features, sorry about that. One of the main features that we have is something called a tech tip. Now, how we do this, for blind and visually impaired persons, there are softwares that we use on our phones in order to navigate. Because we use a smartphone just like anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So what we do is that we seek these apps out, test them, do a tech tip, record how the app works, and we put it together and post it on our YouTube channel so our clients can listen to them and follow and get their device, working.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So you
Right. So we do features like that. We also have features where we interview past members of the Jamaica Society for the Blind, because one of the things in Jamaica, Mama, you may know this, we don't document history well. So I believe that, to help the clients know that are at the JSB, we should let them know where the Jamaica Society for the Blind is coming from. Mm-hmm. So I interview some of the past members, some of the past directors and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And we put that together and also upload it to the website.
So Damion, the age of technology actually suits you.
Definitely, Mama. Definitely. There is nothing, Mama. There's nothing that you can sit in front of your computer and do that I can't do.
Wow, that's amazing. All right, so let's talk about that now. Let us talk about Vision House Records, because it's one thing to know that you are a receptionist and an audio producer, and it's another thing now to know that you are part owner of Vision House Records. Let's talk about Vision House Records.
So Vision House Records, it started in 2007, and it's me and my virgin Michael Fairman, aka Askel, and we started out in 2007, and we did a lot of work for producers in the business. Like, we started out with TJ Records. We did the Mood Swing Rhythm, Life Soon Start Out. That's my name again, G-Wiz, right? We did Word of Prayer. We chant a psalm for the Eden them.
Okay.
Yes, Real Friends, Christopher Martin, Assassin and D Major. Those rhythms were myself and Askel on behalf of TJ Records.
So did you have go ahead, boss, show off, tell me.
We also did our own production back in 2011, a rhythm called Dirty Sneakers.
Okay.
Right. It is available online. You guys can check it out. Dirty Sneakers. We had all the big artists that were active at the time. The Vibes Cartel, the Beanie Man, the QQ, the Junkin Master, Fambo, all these big artists. Mr. Vegas, we had all these persons on the rhythm.
Did you have any experience before of making rhythms or doing what you're doing at Vision at the Vision House Records?
Yes. The thing about it, at the School for the Blind, I believe that there's something in the dirt that turns out musicians.
Yes. true. Very
So
true.
you will know of Sidney Thorpe, you will know of Grove
Yes.
Cooper, you will know of Roy
Yes.
Dunbar,
Yes.
you know of Arthur Taylor. These persons are great musicians that all pass through the School for the Blind.
You're making
So
goose
I
pimples
think
come
there's
for
something
me.
in the dirt.
You're making goose pimples come for me now, Damion. And the good thing about a rhythm is that the question of your being visually impaired don't come up at all, because what you really
No,
need is to be
no.
able to hear properly.
Right, right. And sometimes, well, most of the times we hear things that other people don't hear. And
Absolutely.
building rhythms and those things, the frequency of an instrument and all these things, it does matter. So,
Yeah.
just draw something in and play. You have to make sure that the frequency is right.
So hold on a little bit now, Damien, because we are told that if you are deficient in one of your senses, the others go up, just advance, go up.
They have to.
They
Because
have to.
some
Yes, 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 yes,
yeah, man,
yes,
something have to pick up because
yes,
have to rely on something else. And for
yes,
most of us as blind persons, is our hearing. So
yes. So it stands to reason that you would be hearing a lot more than perhaps someone who has perfect vision.
yes, man, yes, man. And I must say a lot of thanks to Arthur Will from Free Willy Records.
Big up
He
yourself.
was he was one of the pioneers. When Askel and I really started, his studio was the first studio that we went, and we were there while he speaks with him. All my black sisters and
Big,
all of my
big tune.
yeah,
Big,
we were
big
there when that
tune.
rhythm was being voiced,
Yes.
and when the artists came to the studio, Arthur Will would bring them to us and introduce us to them. So we had a feel of studio life. So we know exactly what production was like.
Right. What's your most exciting moment in studio? Because, I am tempted to believe that with everything else that you do, there's nothing as exciting as the music.
Right. Music is great. One of the most exciting minutes for me is when you complete a song and you hear the entire project and you can say, yes, it done. Because music is a lot of work, mama.
Yes.
Music takes a lot of time. If you're going into music, make sure you have the time to do it, because it takes up a lot of time and you have to be perfect, because if you're one note off in a song, I hit everybody here.
Yes. I am listening to you, and I'm excited. Your enthusiasm is contagious. What would you say to a parent who is raising a child with impairments visually? What would you say to them as they go through this journey?
Listen, seek and make sure they get all the opportunities to strive in life, not because that child has a visual impairment means that he must stay behind, right? He must be given a chance to excel at all costs. And I mean at all costs, because you have blind persons who have done amazing things in this world. We speak of the Stevie Wonders, the Ray Charles, and the great Fab Five out of Jamaica, that is known worldwide. And even in other fields, look at Mr. Senator Floyd Morris.
Yes.
We excel in everything. So not because your child has a visual impairment, don't keep him at home and hide him from the public. Expose him, make him get the exposure and know, say, yo, the world is real and you are a part of it, and you need to play your part, because God no make nobody if you come here, come sit down.
Yeah.
We all have a purpose.
Damion, I am so happy to meet you. And, as you list out the names of all these greats, you have so many mentors that you have mentored you perhaps, and that you are so proud of.
Definitely,
you're just reeling them off like,
yeah,
like
man.
it's nobody's business.
And not even mention the great Patrick Lafayette.
Oh
He
my
was a radio
goodness.
disc jockey.
There you go. There you go. And he was hilarious. You are a great example. Anybody listening to you now, and the enthusiasm and the big smile and all of that, would really be inspired, especially if they are visually impaired, or if they're raising someone who is visually impaired. I can't call the words Vision House Records again without just remembering you. Trust me. So it's a pleasure meeting you. And is there anything you want to say before we seal off this interview?
I would definitely want to say to the world at large that blind persons, the only thing that is wrong with us is that we don't have any sight.
Mm-hmm.
We don't lack vision, and we are able to work. So when a blind person comes into your organization, don't turn them back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, reason with them, find out what you can do to aid them in terms of getting them employed. Because hey, a lot of us, we have family stories, and who know our family yet want to find a nice girl and settle down, although we're blind.
Yeah, man.
So we need jobs in order to maintain our families.
Right.
You know, we don't want you to see we on the road, and when you see we are stretching off $100 and $50 give us.
You can you
can help us to get employed, to be independent, to raise our families, you know.
Wonderful.
So yeah, man, that's what I'd like to see.
Wow. Once again, Damion, wonderful meeting you. Thank you very much for accepting the invitation to talk to us here on the Bridge 99 FM, and we will speak again.
Yeah. Thank you very much, and I will be back on the bridge. I promise.
All right. You have a great day.
Thank you, Mama.
All right. Beautiful. Isn't that wonderful? What a beautiful spirit. So, the indomitable spirit of Damion Rose, receptionist, audio producer at the Jamaica Society for the Blind, and part owner of Vision House Records. Resume. As we promised, we have live inside the studio Imeru Tafari, and I describe him as third generation of a Jamaican musical family, son of Queen Ifrica and grandson of Derek Morgan. Let me just ask him this, Beauregard, before you get into yours. I know a lot of questions are going to be about your mom because she's current and she's a very popular artist. But let me ask you this, though. You boldly mentioned your grandfather when you when you started to introduce yourself. Yes. And for those who don't know, Denroy Morgan is a very well-known Jamaican ska rocksteady musician. So my question to you is, how well do you know his music, one, and what do you think you've gotten from him?
Well, to tell you the truth, Derek Morgan, I've had one experience at Rebel Salute with him. Mm-hmm. From me a little youth, I always listen to radio for both Derek Morgan and my mother music. So, I know a couple, like two. But I don't know them word for word until it finish. For Derek Morgan, I know a song where say, "Don't call me daddy," or he must say, "Don't call." I know the Independence tune, they must say, "Gather together." Right. All right. His influence on me now. Him not easy. Him energy. It's like as an artist, him no matter how old you see he might be, him in his brain, him is as young as any Alkaline or any Jamil or any. You know what I say? Yeah. Him is so what happened at Rebel Salute, a testament to the experience. Mm-hmm. We were supposed to rehearse a song together to perform at Rebel Salute. So the rehearsal never happened. And now we're at Rebel Salute. Mm-hmm. So we were backstage reasoning, and he must say to me, say, "Where is he? Ready now?" I mean, I say, "Oh,
ready for which part?"
If you're ready, I will not rehearse. Me I say, "Oh, grandpa, if you're ready, I will not rehearse or not." And he must say, "Are you afraid of stage?" At the same time, I go in on myself and say, "I'm afraid of stage." I'm never afraid of no stage. And I just go up, and me I tell you, it's the most spontaneous, most great thing ever happened.
Oh my goodness.
Because him called me on in one time where
you're never ready.
You're never ready, and the spirit just take me over, and me sing the verse, and the place does mash up, and it was a great experience. I don't know if it get tape, but it tape in my heart. So.
Wow, beautiful.
You know what I say?
But I know, so you not gonna ever forget your grandfather.
No,
say, what, you're afraid of stage? You're afraid of stage, young man?
I say, I'm afraid. I say, oh, no, man.
Yeah, man. Militants in the
ready,
teacher,
man. Yes, man.
Yes, no, man.
Yeah, man, that was a moment, man, where, and you know what, too, at that time, too, me never overstand stage so much, because me never understand the value in rehearsing on a regular basis, like, every week or so. So eventually me learn that down the line, but at that time, me never have that in my arsenal, and grandpa just bring out the treasure when me have in me. without me even doing any rehearsal or anything. You get what I say?
Beautiful.
Yeah, man, it's an energy, man.
Those moments are priceless, you know.
Priceless.
Priceless. I love that. You know, you talk about me knowing some of your history, and before we came on, Beauregard, I was mentioning to Imeru that Imeru coming out of a very royal set of particularly empresses and very creative. His grandmother, his maternal grandmother, that's Queen Ifrica's mom. I don't know if you knew her, but she was
Magnificent.
amazing. Imeru says magnificent. She was extremely creative. She made her own house and she would make her clothes and she was fashionable to boot. It was just a pleasure to know that sister. And it was she who introduced me to Imeru as a baby in the Montego Bay space where you hear him talk about where Beerus did it. Beerus.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah, man.
And he was a little baby. And I remember her saying to me, I'm a grandson this and I'm bright, you see? And she'd show up. She show up.
Yeah,
I'm saying, Imeru, 10 times 10 equal to 7. And Imeru answer, and the rest of them are chiming. Imeru, tell me Marcus Garvey quotation. Imeru, dead as a little boy. Dead.
Yeah, man.
So my question to you, Imeru, is you've had a history of being an intellectual individual. You were born this way. Yeah. Is there any other profession, not that you would have preferred, but you would actually go with alongside the music?
Yes. Because you see now, due to the fact that very shop is an ital shop, it's a restaurant, it's a cook shop. And the creative that Ita is, you know, because as she teach me everything I know about cooking, combined with the culinary things that I learn and what you learn off of your own experiences. So one of my passion them is to open a mega restaurant.
Wow.
We have like music and art happening simultaneously with just organic vegan food, and is that dream hasn't diminished either.
Wow.
You know what I say? That is still something we me have in store in my life when is a must. I have to accomplish it. Alongside with my inheritance, you know what I say?
Yes,
I have to rise. Yeah, I have to rise for claim it. You know what I say?
But so, you have a lot of inheritance. Music is one.
Yes.
But the food is another one, as
yes.
you say. I make I tell you something, man. You see that creative spirit there,
yes.
where your granny have, where she can make anything where she put her mind
yes.
to. You have to go talk to me about that.
Yeah, man, because, no, man, you see, it's a thing, you know, where in that say, oh, Ita has left a legacy in Montego Bay, where in that it's not the farm of the whole land, you know, and that place is a sacred place, you know, man. You know what I say? With the different flowers that Ita plant for years upon years upon years, and them just have them own domain. The flowers them take over the place, the birds them take over the place. You know what I say? But it's not in a way that it become chaotic.
Yes.
You know what I say? It's in our artistic way where everybody would have just come and them from the moment you step foot in there, you name it. Highway and go up there already, you name it. Everyone were in tune with them nature consciousness and them African consciousness. The moment you step foot in that place there, it's like an energy of just magnificence, man.
Yes.
It's just magnificence, man.
You know, as you talk, I can just see Ita watering those plants same way. I swear. Your time, Beauregard.
No, Imeru, the conversation for a very long time is that this generation of artists, they aren't doing music that can stand up to the test of time. What do you say to a statement like that?
Well, you see, that's one dangerous statement, you know, because, you see, the future, the youth shall lead the way. So, when a new generation of youths appear and them start to do whatever them feel inclined to do, whether if they want to set them voice or they want to do a 1, 2, 3 rhyme, or them is their thing, and you can't go on like you want to snatch that away from them. Them a go resist you and it will become a confrontation and a conflict. You know what I say? So you have to allow the youths them to experiment. You have to allow them to explore. That means you're going to make them go crash now, you know. You know what I say? But you still have to give them a chance to breathe for themselves. You have to balance it and manage it. So, me not think it right to say the music them not have no longevity You can't tell that. As the generation already there, that up to some more people we are go forward to. You know what I say? So, yeah, music that's a delicate topic. I don't really subscribe to when the elders say to the youths, say the music not have longevity and them way, because that just.
Can I come in right here? I love how you answer that. Because you see, when I was a youth, them usually say the same thing about our generation.
Exactly.
You understand what I say to you? So it's just like every generation want to tear down the one where a joke thing.
Yeah, man.
And
I like what he said about balance.
Yes.
That is the main thing, the balance.
Yes.
You have to have the balance.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Beauregard, I remember growing up as a youth, and you see the same percentage of artists that never did I say nothing significant. Did they too? The same amount of artists where did I sing slackness? Did they too?
Yes.
And the little percentage where did I sing righteousness? Did they too?
Yes. That's so earth running.
And because I saw earth run.
Yes, you can't go on like you want to take one half and leave one half. If you eat too much greens, that can make you good. If you eat too much meat, that can make a balance on the earth. The sun go down, the moon come up. The moon go down, balance.
Defend your generation, yes, you. Oh, you mean? Me love that.
Man,
Love that. Me love that. Because me say, it's an innocent question. Innocent question. Brilliant answer.
Yes.
Your time.
Indeed.
Or is my time?
Yes, your time.
All right. All right. Yeah. That you see the answer that Imeru.
Yeah,
the
man.
answer there is part of the brilliance that I know from the little youth that I remember.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because it seemed just obvious that the next one would have just say, yes, I'm true, and re. But you see, the fact that you defend your generation,
Yes,
it
man.
tells me that you are defending.
Yes, man.
You're leading.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man, you're a leader.
Yes,
And I saw leader reason.
Yeah, we have to be.
Yes, you have to be leaders, right?
man.
All right. Anyway, I love Tootsie Bird. But I remember a song by the great Tootsie Bird. Scare them, scare him. No making come here like that one in a whole song. Scare him. No making come near. So and it's sweet. The tune it's sweet too.
Yeah.
So some of them tune will sound like probably them no make no sense. If the music good, that's some them are just that you need for
Yes,
hear.
man.
Eh.
Because music is as I say a while ago, it's like a transmitter. It's a tool where we use to tell we human experiences. So every experience have to tell, man. You know what I say?
Same way, so. All right. So I said this to you when I came in and you found it hilariously funny, but I don't care. You have grown.
Yeah, man, that we do, man.
I will say that me do.
Yeah,
Well, sure. But my question to you now is that as a result of that, I am now seeing Team Imeru. Is
Yeah.
there such a thing as Team Imeru?
Yes, there is such a thing. Now, the team here are some real generals there in the team.
Rugged.
Yeah. Because that's just a nickname, but a Cash Burrell. Burrell, you see Burrell are the real gangster name there. You see that name there? Yeah, man. That name they make you have to straighten up as you hear it. You know what I say? So, yeah, rugged. I'm a general. Rugged youth, Kashik Burrell. I'm a general, that is me. And me and him work together. I'm a manager. Different from rugged, me have a next manager. We have the other general that same way too. Patrick Barrett, aka Tony Rebel. Big up yourself every time, you know what I say?
Love that.
And not only that now, where the youths are concerned now, where production is concerned, we have a group of youth called Coastal Kings. You know? Fresh. From the black, them youth are some youths where them impeccable with them work. You know what I say? And them are some youth where persevere through music, and that is not an easy thing to do. You know what I say? So man like Kenil and Pele, I have to put some respect on them name. Not only that too, they have worked with greats. Pele is a man who work with people likes like Etana, and Kenil play drum and work with Buju Banton. You know what I say? So as some youth are promising for the future. So you can go check them out. Because not just me alone them do production for either two. You know? So you can go check them out. People like Black Hero, people like Rasai, Empress name, Amanye, and the list goes on.
All right, all right. What a so shut a fire so for a man here. Yeah, but she's bad for true. All right. Again, I love how you represent your generation and you represent your people.
Yeah,
Mark of a
man.
leader.
That's it,
Mark
yeah,
of a
man.
leader.
Yeah,
We're going to
man.
take a break now, Beauregard, and then we'll come forward to you, right? If you have just joined us, we have live inside the studio energetic and forceful Imeru Tafari. It is Jeans. From anywhere you look at their name, Jeans. So we just want to say enough respect. And for those who have just joined us, he is who we have been speaking with. Is Beauregard there? Beauregard, you there?
I'm here, Mama Kelly.
You have anything else to ask Imeru?
Yes, other than your mom, Queen Ifrica, and your granddad, Mr. Derek Morgan, who else inspired you when it comes to music?
A wide variety of artists inspire me. Artists like Tony Rebel. Artists like separate from the obvious. Vibes Cartel inspire me. You know what I say?
See.
Separate from dancehall, people like Sade. That inspire me.
Wow.
It's a wide variety of music me listen to. Eminem. Me listen to Eminem. Me listen to a wide variety of music of singers and lyricists because that help with the craft fundamental aspect of the music. So
Absolutely.
me listen to a lot of music for just learning sake, you know.
The single with Popcorn, how did that one come about?
Yo, Popcorn is one of the realest dancehall artists them ever. More of the people in the life you know that too. Say yo, Popcorn is one of the realest out there, bruh. I swear. Because the warrior, all him do is see me energy on the social platform named Instagram. Because me is a man I always put up freestyle and them thing there on Instagram, man. Him just see the energy, love it, link me through Instagram and say him want to give me some exposure. When me go in studio for the exposure, it's actually as me the thing say yo him would have did like you know, big me up in our live or you know, maybe link me with somebody else. The warrior just do a collaboration and do a video in a like 2 days time, bro.
Wow.
So I say, bro, like. And you know what I say, like, them thing that with label and all of the difficulties that come with the type of artist where him be, me can tell you about 20 different things, 20 different reasons why him shouldn't do that in at the moment when him do it. And him just cross off all the reasons why him not to do it, and just do it because I'm art to tell himself to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Wonderful
say?
thing.
Yeah, man.
You know something, Beauregard. Let me tell you something when we notice. You see, like how Imeru is a Rastafari artist. I only heap one that prefer for know say him not like Vibes Cartel. and him beg for differ. You see, him beg for differ. And these are some of the things me love with a youthful spirit. Because you see, our generation now, them typecast you. And them just figure say, you don't feel like Popcorn, Imeru love him. I like that. Him don't feel like Vibes Cartel, him bless him up as one of him mentors. Because and I know it's because him picking out the good in the individual. Because whoever these people are, who don't want we feel like certain people, have bad in them too, you know.
Man, and the bad lens them I look through. Good lens.
Yes, I bad lens. Them I look through. And this is what I love with a leader.
Yes, man.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes. All right. So make we talk about the new tune now. I listened to it. I love it. It's tell us a little bit about it. Who produced it? Writing.
Yes,
that
the
kind of
CM. Let me mention it again. Coastal Kings, Pele, and Kenil. Them two warrior there. And them are do the production. And them are the future. We and them are work. Imeru, Rugged, Kenil, Pele are the team that. You know what I say? And them production skills is just great. The song is about, it's a confrontation to the inner city. It's a confrontation to the status quo of dancehall. It's a alternative to what you have always been given. You know what I say? In the same flavor though. So you don't feel like you can't resonate with it or it's too unfamiliar. It feel like it in the same lane, but it just come through with a different message and a different, you know, angle for sittings from.
I love how you describe that because it's exactly how it sounds. It's in the same lane, and the lane that you decide which lane. But we know the lane where you're talking about, saying inner. No, it's in the lane for true. But it just goes to show that I know the lane are the lyrics.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much.
So it's a lovely song. I think we're going to play it now. And is there anything we're sealing off now? Is there anything that you want to say to those listening to you before we seal off?
Well, listen out for more music. More music I come from Imeru and Coastal Kings. We have tracks pile up, and right now is the time. So just look out for Imeru, because we are forward with everything that we have. We are come with all the energies and all of the powers. And big up Popcorn one more time. Big up Queen Africa. Big up Tony Rebel. Big up Mama Elise. Big up Coastal Kings. Yeah. Imeru say that every time, and that more I have to say.
Pleasure spending time with you. Pleasure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. And just keep it militant. Militancy is all different kind of thing, you know.
Yes,
I not just one thing.
Yes, I.
So, you were saying something, Beauregard?
No, I just want to commend the brother on how he expresses himself, you know. And if he if he keeps this up and put that energy in which he speaks into his music, he's not gonna have no problem, because he's already giving them the messages and, you know, just the vibe. And you heard him say it, in 2 days him and Popcorn create a song and do the video and everything. So that must have been an amazing experience for them to do that right. They're saying 2 days. So if you continue and keep this up, my brother, trust me, the way you talk and express yourself, you do it very clearly, and with, you know, everybody understands exactly what you're saying.
Thank you
project
very
yourself
much.
the right
Thank
way.
you very much.
Well
Bless
said.
up.